There's this phase no one really talks about. The part where you're trying so hard, giving everything you've got, and yet it feels like absolutely nothing is happening. You're showing up every day, staying disciplined, doing the work you said you would, and still, no results, no audience, no feedback. And even though you try to keep your head straight, it's hard not to wonder if you're just wasting your time. This is where I've been lately. That weird in between where you're not a beginner anymore, but you're still nowhere close to where you want to be. I scroll through social media and I see people getting the results. They're growing, they're winning, they're being seen. And I'm sitting here, grinding in the background, putting in the hours, staying consistent, and barely anyone knows I exist. I post something I worked on for hours and it barely gets seen. I stick to my workouts, I keep creating, I try to improve, but everything moves slow, slower than I thought. And in that silence, your mind starts talking. You start asking yourself if you're delusional, if you're out of your depth, if this dream of yours is just a fantasy. It's hard to keep going when no one's clapping. It's hard to stay locked in when there's no sign that any of it is working. And yet, something in me refuses to quit because I've realized something most people don't. This stage, the silent, boring, lonely stage, it's not a mistake in the process. It is the process. This is the part that filters people out. This is where most people give up, not because they weren't good enough, but because they expected the world to clap for them too soon. But that's not how this works. You don't earn respect before you've proven consistency. You don't earn trust, even from yourself, until you've kept going with zero recognition. And once I saw that clearly, something in me shifted. I stopped obsessing over outcomes, checking numbers, and even stopped looking around for applause that was never coming. And I started focusing on just one thing: showing up every day. This time, it's not for attention nor for quick wins, but actually to become someone I could actually respect. Someone who doesn't need the world's approval to stay locked in. So I kept making, even when nobody watched. I kept training, even when my body didn't look different. I kept building, even when the process felt repetitive and slow. Because deep down, I knew if I could survive this season, the one with no applause, then there's nothing I won't be able to handle when momentum finally comes. And no, I'm not on the other side of it yet. I'm still building. I'm still showing up. But the difference is, I'm no longer doing it to be seen. I'm doing it because I've learned to trust myself. Not in the results, but in the routine. Not in the outcome, but in the fact that I'm still here. Still standing. Still doing the work most people avoid because it's not glamorous. And that version of me, the one who shows up even when it's boring, even when it's lonely, even when it feels like it's going nowhere, that version of me is becoming someone unstoppable. Because when the world finally looks your way, you don't have to act like you've made it. You'll know you did, and you'll know exactly what it cost.